do a counter prop chop. This is going to be a really easy build. If you saw anything from the stream, you know that it only takes like 15 minutes to build one. We're going to try to go complete stock on this one. So we're going to go ahead and slap this on, and that might be way too much weight already. So let's get this figured out. Alright, so let's start here. So we need to grab this fuselage, but I don't want that fuselage to be too far forward because that thing is going to be kind of a problem with balancing, because we do have a bit of flopping going on. We're actually going to take all this and we're going to slide this in. This is going to be our little stabilizer, because you're going to need some stabilizers. Oh, I don't think there's very many good parts for this that actually look decent, because we don't have anything like this stock, which is basically a smaller version of this. It's like a half version. So we're going to have to use probably the service bay, which is already overweight for what it is, and jam this in here. And this could also be a nice little focal point for everything. So let's go ahead and open this up, and we're gonna put this in here, grab this, and put that there. Okay, so we can close that. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and cap the back of this off. We don't need anything really complex in the back, because I'm just going to put some wings. I like that design a lot better. So let's take a look at our balance already. And you see we're still kind of right there, which is fine. That will work for now, I suppose. But we can't really use this because this doesn't generate any electric charge. We can't use it for the stock fuel cells. So we need a way to generate electricity. So we're going to go ahead and grab one of the wrong one. Is this still sorted by size? It is not. Okay, so now we're back by size. So we need just maybe a half of this. Wait, that's the junior fuselage. We can't use that one. That one is also not stock. Okay, so we're going to use this here, and that's going to give us that and that. Okay, so this brings our center of mass here. It doesn't really matter with these, I've oddly found, because it's so much wobble. We're going to try to combat that wobble as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw some back wings on here. I did not say bat wings. So let's throw this on here, and we're going to now, we need to actually balance this. So I use these. I like these a lot more. And we just toss that right there, and then we throw this right here. And this is going to give us a nice little design, because we need to make sure that this doesn't go too far up. So we're going to lower this down and put that about right there. And that's going to be our yaw control. And this actually works really well for yaw control. And we're actually going to go here and we're going to knock that off. So that's not there. And now we just need to put some wings in the front. So let's go here, flip this up. And I keep forgetting that this is not exactly level, so we can't really do that. We're gonna have to slide it forward and then down. So let's check our lift. We're good. Okay, so what we need to do from here is start building our, well, I want to actually put my wheels and stuff on, because I want to be able to see exactly what I am going to be fighting against. That means I need to grab this Mark I fuselage. This thing is actually fantastic for getting your location, but if I'm going to be smart about this, which sometimes I am, not all the time, usually I'm really dumb about this, we're gonna grab this. Come on, snap on there. And we're gonna grab this. This is gonna give us additional fuel reserves for our electric charge. And now we're gonna grab a few of these, and we're gonna snap these onto here. And we're gonna stylize this a little bit. Alright, so let's go here, let's fold that out like that, and go back here. So it doesn't look too bad. Nice. Alright, so we can actually move all this up, move this up, and that looks pretty good. And this one, we can do the same thing here. And then slide this back, and slide this out a bit. And that should give us it right there. Okay, so basically what we're doing with this here, we are really just going to make a little point where we can mount our wheels to. Once you start using mods like Airplanes Plus and all, you start to see that there's a lot of gap in the stock parts, especially when it comes to propellers, and it comes to different components that you really don't think about very often, but all of a sudden you see that there's a missing part and it's like, this, why is this missing? Yeah, all that starts to show, but works in progress, I suppose. Let's go ahead and, why didn't you give me 2 of these? You should have given me 2 of these, thank you. Now I can mount this to here, mount this to here. So that's going to be a little more stability. And now we can put our wheels on. We can actually go with these stock small landing gear. Look at all these additional beautiful wheels that we could have if things were, if I wasn't trying to go stock here. Yeah, I don't like going pure stock. It is really not. It is such a limiter to creativity. I like to have the parts that I want. So that's my take on stock parts. Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong button. Alright, that looks good to me. But since we are a VTOL, we can actually angle these out a bit. Not too much, no more than a few clicks, and that will not cause us any trouble. Alright, so we have our nice little creative craft here. So let's go ahead and start with, we need to start with our build of our counter props. So normally I would use this, but I want to go with something where I don't have to worry so much about the additional parts I'm slamming on here. I don't really like using this part too much because it's so big, and I don't have tweak scale installed, so I can't make it smaller, which is a little bit of an annoying thing. Alright, so what I'll do from here is I want to take 2 of these, actually. Put these like that. And I want to put something to kind of cover this up a bit. That'll give us that. So now we can actually start our build of our counter props. And we're going to actually build using these reaction wheels. So the first one's going to go here. And we're just going 2 up and then 2. So let's put this one down. That gives you that, and then we're actually going to use this little side mount here, and then slam our second one on. The reason I do this is because I don't need to get any additional mounting things. I can just rotate this here. We can go up a little bit so it's nice and clean. Go back to snap, snap that on over and down. Later on, if I determine that's too high, I can always come here and do a remove one of the reaction wheels. But for right now, that should work. So now we can come here, slide this one in as much as we can. And that gives us that. Alright, so that's pretty good so far. So let's go ahead and grab some of these servos. So I use these because I can adjust the angle on the fly for my blades. Alright, and now we can go here, and I guess we can use the same cap here. Except for I don't want to do all that. It really wants me to use it on there. Okay, so now we have that. We're going to slide this down a little bit so we have access to it. Alright, so here's where we're gonna jump in and do our cowl work real quick, because if we don't, we're gonna really give ourselves a headache later on. So since I like to have full access to these, I'm gonna put it right here. And now what we're gonna do, sweating up Cyrus now. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our cowls, and we're gonna rename this one before we do anything, and we're gonna call this one blade angle. And this one is going to be named, come on, this one's going to be named Rotor. So what we want to do is, for any of our rotor systems, we're going to move those to our rotor, and we're going to actually drop all the torque limit and everything in here. Alright, so that gives us that there. And so now let's go ahead and we're going to move this other one for our blade angle. So we want target angle, and that's it. So let's open our track editor. Now what we want to do, we want one of these to be set here to 20, and this one is going to be -20. Just the opposite on this one, -20, and this one to 20. Alright, so that's good there. And now we do the same for our rotor, which is really easy for this one. All we're going to do is come here and go sky high. Alright, that gives us all of that, and that's basically all we need to do there. So from here, we just need to slap on some blades for our wings and see what we get. So let's find our thinnest wings we have available, which are these E connectors. And we're just going to try to keep it as straight on here as possible. And same here. And we can actually go 3 out without any trouble. Okay, so that gives you that. Now, if you wanted to get some additional strength in there, what you can do is you can actually go to the top here, because you'll see that this may have a little wobble. So what you can do here is you can go up to the top, you can grab a, it doesn't matter which rotor you're really grabbing because you're not going to use the motor for it. Flip it upside down and just kind of like that. So your rotor is facing down. That way it's going to free spin. We're going to disengage the motor. And we're going to actually turn the brake off in this one. It's basically not doing anything for us. And then we're going to come here, give us 4 of these. Now you're gonna have to use a little bit of your imagination because this is definitely going to be going through everything. So yeah, that's, if you don't like doing stuff like that, then completely ignore this part right here. And not all of them attached that time, so a long freaking time later. There we go. Just have to keep fighting it until we actually get something that's feasible. Alright, so let's go and just at least move it so it looks a bit better. Can't have it all, I suppose. Alright, so let's go here and grab this and snap it back on here. And let's map out our electric charge. Toggle fuel cell, and there you go. We don't even have to adjust the blade angle right now because everything's on a rotor or an angle. Stab. We're just gonna call it stab. Yes, stab. That's what I felt like, stabbing this aircraft. Yes. Everything's somewhat stable. Our brakes are on, but we don't really want to do that right now because if we keep our brakes on, then what's going to happen is our rotors won't spin. So we need to go ahead and pull out our editors. I prefer to control it this way. I don't like not having a visual on it, so that is my own little personal thing. I don't like the little play thing they have on there, and then the little reverse, and to control it through the control key. No, screw that. Screw those control keys. Alright, let's start off our brakes. Turn on our power. Power is go. Let's spin up our rotors. And we're going to have to kick one of these to reverse. So this one right here is going the right way. This one on the bottom is not. So let's click on that. If we can. I swear I clicked on that one a few times. You can't tell me I didn't. Alright. And there we go, counter propping. So, let's go ahead and get this bird on up. We're going to go ahead and drop our angle to mostly flat. And we're going to spin our blade up. And now let's go ahead and get everything angled. And we will take off pretty easily. And here's your super stable chopper. If you want to go really more and more stable, you can drop the speed a bit. And you'll see this, our vertical speed is going to keep dropping a little bit more. We can get this to almost a pure hover, which is beautiful. And we can check our electric charge usage. You can see right there, not too bad. Oxidizer liquid fuel, that thing is sipping away at this very slow chopper. So let's see if we can get a nice little hover going. And we can actually adjust our blade angle a bit more. Bit more. I'm just going to keep inching it forward until we have a really stable hover going on here. And there it goes. Oh, too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Alright. Take it down a notch. Once you get to where it's really kind of in between, a notch up and down, can start adjusting your blade angle, and that's going to give you even more precision. You see right there, we are looking really close to a nice little hover. Oh, it's so close. Eh. Alright. Right in there. Right in there. It wants to be right in there. So now when I pull back, it gives me a nice little stable hover. And so there you go. You can have a nice little chopper. You can make a nice little chopper out of this. It has really good control. So you are a little Jebediah, the experiment lover. And yeah, you can make a nice little chopper out of this thing. And it's mostly stable. It's not very fast. Admittedly, it's not nearly as fast as using the Airplanes Plus pure propeller blades. You can get some pretty good speeds out of those, but and yeah, it needs a little more wobble control. But you can see here at the top how it's actually preventing additional wobble from happening there by allowing it to spin freely, but it's retaining all of its structural integrity by being mounted to the rest of the helicopter. So there you go. You have your nice little stable chopper to fly around the VAB really close, a little too closely with. Oh my god. Alright, admittedly those blades are a little long and I am nervous because they will shatter on impact. Oof. My god, that is way too close for me. So there you go. If you want to build a nice little counter prop chop, it's really easy. This design is really handy for getting slight rockets up to a decent altitude before you launch, dishing it off and using the chopper part to return back to grab another rocket. So it's kind of like a rocket tug, a chopper rocket tug. That's what I was originally working with, but I just got kind of bored getting it super stable, and it's really slow at the moment. But it does work. So there you have it. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, drop me in a comment. Let me see what chopper counter prop choppers you have been working on making, perfecting. I like having mine all in one. So it's that one shaft going up there. To me, it's just a little bit cleaner. And oh no, mistakes were made. Do not go towards that building. Thank you. I panicked. But yes, this is a complete stock chopper. It does have a little bit of lift issues, wobbles going on here, but for the most part, it is a stable little chopper. So if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, drop me a comment, let me know what you think, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video. For now, this is your boy Jatois, and I'm out. Peace. I really like this little chopper though. It's just like, I just fly around the base with this thing a lot. It's just too much fun. I can't freak it out myself.